Yeah, welcome in. It's the dance party that everyone's been looking forward to. It's Wednesday night. It is SEC After Dark. And once again, if you're just now joining us for the first time in a long time, we got a new look thanks to Steve and his overhaul. So appreciate that. We were talking right before. I was telling an amazing story 20 seconds before the countdown went down. I said I was talking to this girl from the U.S. Nation, and I want y'all to guess the song lyric. What song is it from?
I don't know. Party in the USA. I don't know.
No.
I missed the lyric. I know.
Just a friend.
There you go, Biz Marquee.
Well, I mean, I just Googled it. So
Uncle Google, yes.
Yeah.
So, we're off to a rousing
he's
start.
just a friend.
Yeah.
You say he's just a friend because you got what I need. Yeah, I love that song.
keep singing, Jeb.
That's pretty much it. And you say
You
he's just a friend.
sound like Biz Marquee doing an impression of Louis Armstrong.
That's all
And
right.
I said to myself, "Oh,
I had a guy in my house today spraying for bugs. I got a little bit of an ant problem. And he asked where I was from. And I said Tennessee. And he goes, yeah, I could tell it's somewhere in the South because you have just like this weird Southern accent you only hear on TV or something like that. I was like, what the hell? Just,
good grief!"
yes, sir, I
Yeah,
do.
oh my
I got that
God.
accent there. You can hear.
Do you know how I know you watch CMT?
Yeah. Yeehaw.
Yeah. Apparently he's
like,
from Wisconsin.
I
Boy,
turned
yeah.
into Floribama Shore.
Mhm.
Yeah. It did. Told me it was like a TV accent. Like you didn't even think it was real.
You faking that?
Speaking of songs, one of the funniest songs ever is "Little Flip Game Over" because that's all he says: flip, 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 game over, flip, flip. I mean, it's just constant, like 5 minutes long.
It's kind of like that "You're a Jerk" song, where it's just "You're a jerk." I know you're a jerk. And it's
Yeah.
like that for like 10 minutes. What the hell?
I know exactly.
You're a jerk. I know.
The wife's battery died.
Lights, camera,
I had-
action when I walk through the door. That's my favorite part of that one.
wife's battery died, so I had to go down to Bartow to help her out today.
Oh no.
And so going down there, I looked at Sirius satellite radio, and they have they have a classic cassette, like the classic vinyl channel. They have a classic cassette, which is like the late 70s and 80s.
Uh-huh.
And a song from Joe Walsh came on.
Oh wow.
And it's like "Life's So Good" or something like that. And you sit there and it's like, okay, they had major drug problems in the 70s because that is literally like 7 songs that they just pushed together at different parts.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's absolutely nuts. But I recommend, I think it's "Life's So Well" or "Life's Going Well."
Okay.
Joe Walsh, listen to that. It's a good song. Well, at least parts of it is a good song. and there's like a weird disco part in there as well.
Oh, I think they like me. Better yet, I know. Lights, camera, action when I
They
walk.
don't do that. They don't do that at all. There was the 70s. This was before Grandmaster Flash.
Get that boogie. Get down boogie.
I really like techno music too. All them
Right.
instruments and stuff.
I like techno. I like Techno Viking. Do you remember Techno Viking?
I don't.
Yeah.
I gotta look it up now though.
He was an early internet sensation. He was
Yeah.
fun. I don't know. I always
Yeah.
kind of like dubstep a little bit too, but don't tell anybody.
So we know Jake likes to shop at Hollister, so we're good there.
No, I do not.
It's there pumping the techno music. You didn't have to go in there and you know.
Jake is a purveyor of Ed Hardy gear.
Oh
We
man,
don't pump our gas, we pump our fist.
everybody. Good jokes tonight.
He likes his Oakley sunglasses, mirrored, of course.
White.
Mm.
They got to be the white frame, you know.
That thing's like $200. I ain't spending that on daggum sunglasses. That's ridiculous.
The M frame, the white frame with like the amber lens that like wraps around.
That looks like ski goggles.
Yeah, it does.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Ooh.
That's what Jake's rocking with his massive beard.
No. I got some goggles, or not goggles, but sunglasses. They're really safety glasses that work, but they got the dark tint. So I buy them. They're like $5, my price. And I've already got this. I'm on my 4th pair. One pair is in the bottom of a lake. and 2 pair broke, and so anyway.
Jake walks into Sunglass Hut and says, "Give me the travel baseball, Dad."
Oh
my gosh! Can we get on with the show?
By the way, everybody likes to make jokes about me being old.
Mm-hmm.
I played Little League baseball, Pony League baseball, of that before Travel League. Travel League was not a thing.
I invented Travel League, but it wasn't anything like what it is now. We just we said, hey, let's like not play games at our home park, and let's like call up some other teams and play against them in Atlanta.
Honestly, don't remember Travel League when I was young, but it might just be I was never good enough to worry about.
I don't want to hear anything about Atlanta, anything right now, because the Braves are god awful.
Oh God, they're losing again.
I told y'all,
Jake, you knew that was going to happen, dude. Like we're tumbling down the hill. Speaking of who's not tumbling down the hill is DeadSoxy.
Right?
Yes.
They're crushing it right now, and you can buy some really cool looking Ole Miss socks. And if you're not into Ole Miss, you can buy some just regular looking socks. Just like what Steve's holding up there. You can support Ole Miss NIL. You can buy yourself some cool socks if you want to go 1985 while you're listening.
Which, by the way, these are apparently in style now.
Yeah,
that's apparently the style at the moment.
Well,
to where if you wear ankle socks, you get made fun of.
Yeah. You get called old when you wear ankle socks.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Yeah, it's like it was one of those things where it just happened to me. It's like you must be old. You're wearing socks like that. I was like, what?
I bought my first pack of ankle socks like a month and a half ago, and now they're old now.
There it is.
Yeah, I guess I did it.
I just want to. I'm short, so I want to show off my legs a little bit. So I got to buy ankle socks. Like otherwise, you're not going to see my legs.
The point is, give Jason a call at DeadSoxy, and he can hook you up and help you be in style and not look like an old person.
Absolutely. And how you do that is you go to DeadSoxy.com, sign up for the membership. You get 25% off on all your purchase orders plus free shipping. You might even get a free gift. I don't know. I don't know if they're still doing that, but if they are, then you hit the jackpot. So visit DeadSoxy.com and remember, stay Soxy. Also, if we're going to make any bets, which we're not today, but we do.
Not tonight, but
our lines are brought to you by betonline.ag. If you want to get on there and go bet some NBA playoffs, you better hurry because that's running out really fast. If you want to bet some NHL, I got the Panthers in 5.
They may win in 4.
I know they might sweep too.
Yeah.
Of course, you can bet some baseball too, and the Braves, just bet against them for now because that's probably a safe bet. But betonline.ag is where the game starts.
I'm very excited because the early part of next week, the Tigers play the Braves. So it's good to know that you're scuffling at the moment.
Yeah, it'll give somebody a lifelong Tigers fan like yourself.
Hey, as much as everybody hates Ronald Acuna because of the way he kind of acts, without him, we're terrible. I'll just say it right now.
Yeah, we definitely need him.
Yeah.
I miss him so much
too. I mean, we can't win on the road either. Like we're a terrible road team.
We're just terrible.
Well, we can't win at home, so
we're god awful road. We lost to the abysmal Red Sox, or the Orioles aren't that good. We're losing to them.
I mean, they're 45-22.
Not too bad then. We're about to get swept by them.
No, we just lost 3 out of 4 to the Nationals. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
We're in the process of getting ready to lose to the Nationals again. They're like 2 straight games.
Oof.
Yeah, we're in the bottom of the 8th right now.
Huh. Hey, Steve, check this out.
What?
Well, if I can get my cursor over there to it. There you go. That style's coming back, dude. Like 70s retro, like late 70s, early 80s retro style is coming back. I saw some dude walking down the street. He looked like he was wearing like puke green pants and like a brown multicolored sweater. I mean, it was like 95 degrees, and I was trying to figure out what the hell he was doing wearing that. But it was very like 1970s.
Okay. So with the socks like that, that means that the John Stockton shorts have to be coming back too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering if those short shorts are coming back.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for the world if they're coming back because I'm definitely rocking those.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where children of the 90s, they definitely had the best of every world.
Yeah.
Music, fashion, style, everything. The 90s were the pinnacle of Western civilization.
That was my wheelhouse right there, man. I was a kid of the 90s.
Yeah.
All my memorable childhood was in the 90s. What's cool is like the year based on the year I was born, I can do like each year matches up with what grade I was in. Like 94, I was in 4th grade. 95, I was in 5th grade. 96, I was in 6th grade. So on and so forth.
Whoa. No, we're good, Corey. You don't need to do that.
I'm not going to go the whole thing.
I started.
I'll put it to you like.
96.
Oh my God. This year is my 30th high school reunion.
Steve, I'm only 8 years behind you, dude. Like I'm not.
Yeah,
that far behind you.
That means you were in elementary school whenever I was walking. I'm taking accountancy and government and all of that stuff, and you're taking social studies.
Me or Jake?
Phonics. Well, Jake was probably like he's learning this ABCs at that point.
I was taking naps in kindergarten.
You graduated in 94, right? Steve?
Yeah.
So I was in 4th grade. I was in 4th grade.
Hey, I was in high school when you graduated.
In 94. I don't think you would have been in 4th grade because I would have been graduated by the fall of 94.
Mm-hmm.
My school year started in 93. Okay.
So fall of 94, spring of 95, I was in 5th grade.
Jeb graduated high school in 82.
Hey.
Wait, what does that mean? What does that mean me? It's like
he just sees all the gray and assumes I'm younger than him, but not by much.
Steve, that makes you 1882.
Yeah.
I graduated in 97.
I was the pitcher for the Bad News Bears. The original one, not the Billy Bob Thornton one.
Oh yeah, no, of course.
The Walter Matthau.
Yeah,
Yes.
The grumpy old man one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I think Kelly was his name. Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly. The look on Kelly Harper, I think is what his name was.
Hmm.
The look on Jake's face right now, he is so lost.
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about.
Really? Oh.
Billy Bob Thornton is an actor in Hollywood. That sounds
yeah.
like me.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know who Billy Bob is.
Walter Matthau was Billy Bob Thornton before Billy Bob Thornton.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know him.
Billy Bob.
There's a great old movie called Grumpy Old Men, or the part 2 is Grumpier Old Men.
Steve, I'm gonna save you some time. Make sure you go buy these and refrigerate them.
Yes, absolutely. Refrigerate them. Let me tell them real quick. It's time to get locked on. Pickles, Stewart's Cajun Pickles, that is. They offer a wide variety of Cajun spice products like pickles, green beans, okra, even carrots, and asparagus. It's a family-owned company, homemade on the coast of Mississippi. They've been pleasing pickle lovers for over 20 years now, and it's become the South's favorite pickle. It's truly the best pickles you will ever have, a strong dill flavor with a Cajun punch. You can find these pickled products online at pickledstore.com or at your local Rouse's Market and other local Southern Gulf Coast stores near you. Be sure to like Stewart's Cajun Dill product on Facebook and Instagram. Stewart's Cajun Dill Pickles, the South's favorite pickle. And I'm doing a meet and greet on July 2nd. It's kind of my first tour stop at Walk-Ons in Ridgeland, Mississippi at 7:00 at night. Stewart's Cajun Dill Pickles is going to be there with product. So it's an opportunity for you to sample some Stewart's Cajun Dill Pickle.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dude, Kevin Hart's doing a Manning cast for the NBA Finals, by the way. Just so
that's fun.
Is he on a stool?
And a booster seat, yes.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
I don't know what it is, but it feels like whoever's talking about basketball needs to at least be tall enough to have played it. Kevin Hart I don't even think Kevin Hart could Leah Thomas this deal. He couldn't. He couldn't Joanna Man a situation and be a superstar. So
Steve, you're going to get us canceled. They have Katino Mobley on the show at least.
How tall was old Muggsy? He was pretty short, wasn't he?
He was 5'3".
There you go. He could do it.
No, 5'2". He was 5'2". Jake, Muggsy Bogues was a really short basketball player.
He played for the Charlotte Hornets.
Absolutely.
He did play for the Hornets,
Yeah. I mean, I'm a Hornets
fan. He was there with Manute Bol.
Yep.
And then
I remember I went to a Hawks game one time. My aunt worked at the Omni, worked at Phillips Arena, and it was Hawks versus the Hornets, and it was when the Hawks had Dikembe Mutombo. And the teams walked out of the same tunnel in the Omni, in the old Omni. It's like the last year of the Omni before they tore it down, and built Phillips Arena in its place, which is now State Farm Arena. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, our seats are right above the tunnel. It's freaking hilarious. Like, you have Dikembe Mutombo 7'4", and you have Muggsy Bogues was like up to his waist. They were walking out. They were walking in together.
Sadly enough, I know him more from Space Jam, but whatever.
Oh yeah, I love that when they're walking through like the little hospital, and all the tall people get hit and at the top of the the door frame, and he just walks on through.
He's just like
yeah,
and they go,
yeah,
drilled.
Yeah,
absolutely nuts. So got 72 watchers right now. 72 people watching this.
Apparently, that little thing on Larry Bird was pretty good. Cassie said, "I got to watch that."
It should
be a new thing.
Some kind of documentary.
Every greatest player in NBA history was playing in the NBA between 1981 and 1989. After that, it didn't matter anymore.
Well,
that is the decade.
Up until 98, it was like basketball was watchable from like 80 to 98.
But Michael Jordan was already playing, so he counts.
Right.
So 81 to 89, you get Bird, Magic, Kareem, you get all of them, all of those Celtics teams, all of those Lakers.
You get Shaq, you get you get Iverson, you get some of like the 90s stars in there too that were
nah.
Get off my lawn. Dude, Shaq, one of the most dominant centers of all time.
They couldn't shoot a free throw to save his life.
Well, I mean, try shooting a free throw with a tennis ball. Like, that's what it felt like in his hand. He's shooting, literally, he's shooting a free throw with a tennis ball.
Hack-a-Shaq was the thing. And
it was.
You had a chance to beat Orlando and LA when it was in there if you had enough people on your bench that you had 6 fouls to give up.
Yeah, they would just put a goon in and just hack him.
It was nuts, which was basically the 2.0 of the Jordan rules, because what Detroit did to Michael Jordan was borderline criminal.
Oh, they just destroyed him.
Yeah.
Their philosophy, he comes to the paint, put him on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah. Either the ball or the person gets by me, but not both.
Yep. And they would, I mean, and this is when, like, I would love to see LeBron try to play with Jordan rules like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Bill Laimbeer would kill LeBron.
Bill Laimbeer was a center for the Pistons. He was very tough, very aggressive. He was
okay, nice.
Yeah. Good Lord, dude. They would just crush people. And then the Knicks did it with Pat Riley.
Oh, who was Anthony Mason? Oh my goodness.
Charles Oakley,
Charles
Oakley and Ford used to be best friends, and then when he went to the Knicks, they turned on him.
Yeah, and all of a sudden John Starks was a super villain.
Yes.
Oh man, yes. That's when the Knicks were halfway decent.
Ewing, they were pretty sporty in the mid '90s.
Yeah.
And then Ewing just fell apart physically. Then you had the Pacers, who kind of
then the Knicks fell apart as a team.
Which, by the way, is there any league that is trying their dangest to be less relevant, not be relevant than the WNBA right now?
Right.
Oh my God, dude! They're like, "Oh, you're going to bring us all this notoriety? Yeah, we hate you."
Yeah,
I don't understand what's going on there.
I can tell you what's going on. It's junior high school. It's junior high school.
It sounds like, but
yeah,
in the professional sport, that doesn't make sense.
Jealous. Yeah. Oh, all of our salaries are going to increase because you're in the league?
You bitch.
Yeah.
Now we can take charter flights. Go. Get out.
We don't have to take the mega bus to our games.
Oh. Yeah. John's right, but they want more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have to carpool major league style.
Listen, this is what women's basketball is going through right now. And I'm not saying people don't enjoy it or anything like that, but I've seen this multiple times with MLS. to where David Beckham comes over and you think they've arrived, and then David Beckham goes away, and so do all the eyeballs watching it. You don't build, like, it gets incrementally better. Like 5% of the people that came over to watch it sticks around, but it's a slow growth. And you've got to take these stars and these people that can lift you up and give you these brief bubbles of notoriety and just let your league be known, so you can have like expansion teams come in. You can make it to where you're taking charter flights. You can turn into a real league, because let's just be real about this. If the NBA wasn't intentionally propping up that league for the past 30 years, it would not exist.
It would have folded probably a decade ago.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been sitting right next to arena football.
That unfortunately is true.
Here's their golden ticket, and they are just pissing it away.
Yeah. I don't care that she is a rookie, a freshman, whatever. You put her on the Olympic team to where she can Christian Laettner and sit on the end of the bench, but everybody's going to watch the games.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to start her and play her.
Yeah.
Everybody's
like, we're trying to win a gold medal. You've won 7 gold medals in a row. You're not winning any other medal besides gold.
Mm-hmm.
You have a chance to have notoriety and raise up and lift up your sport a little bit, and you're just running from that because you would rather it be niche, but you be important in that niche sports, than to have a whole bunch of new people come in to where you might not be so important. That's what's going on.
So what was the reasoning that she didn't make it? I never heard the reason.
Oh, she didn't earn it. They're trying to win a gold medal.
Oh, that's the reason.
Yeah,
that's what they said.
No,
they definitely Isaiah Thomas'd her.
Oh my gosh.
Because they're jealous.
I mean,
yeah.
Technically, she didn't try out, which they say there's a requirement, even though, I mean, but it's because it was during
she was playing the Final Four.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, that was a good reason she didn't. But
she had to turn that game on, and you're like, okay.
The problem with it is she was the most popular women's basketball player on the planet at Iowa. She arrived at the WNBA that way. The Indiana team broke their attendance record for the season 5 games in.
Mm-hmm.
That tells you all you need to know.
Yeah.
Right.
And so if you have that, you just bite your tongue, you put her on the bench, and you ride it for as long as it can happen, because this is what's going to happen if you keep fighting this. People eventually are going to stop watching.
Yeah. Probably got to eventually.
It's going to happen. And you will find yourself in the same position, same predicament you were in a year ago in 10 years if you don't change what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. And it's crazy. And you're just crushing yourself. Honestly, you're crushing yourself. And I don't understand it. Like you have this this what am I trying to say? Transcendent player, one of the best to, somebody that's going to take your league to the next level, and you can be a part of that, right? And I'm not saying like physical basketball. I mean, it's a more physical league, probably. That there's more fouls, there's more hard fouls that go on in that league just naturally. That's fine. I mean, if it's a basketball play and it's a hard foul, that's fine. It's part of the league. But like taking cheap shots, icing her out of the Olympic team, coming out and just being, the overall pettiness that's happening is. I mean, they're gonna be surprised when their league folds.
Yeah, in 1979, the NBA had a choice. They could either lean into these super players and Larry Bird and Magic Johnson that were coming into the league, and you could ride them for whatever success they could make. They could transform your league, lead into a Michael Jordan type player. The NBA was completely garbage in the 1970s. It just was. It was garbage. Michael Jordan, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson in that 80s generation lifted the NBA up into eventually what it would become today. The WNBA has a chance to do something very similar with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark.
Right.
Lean into that.
Lean into it.
Wow.
Don't run from it.
Feed that rivalry. I mean, it's a good rivalry. Feed it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be stars that pop out of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a ton of NBA stars that popped out of the 80s and 90s and now because of Michael, Magic, and Larry. Like, and that could happen in the WNBA. You have stars that pop out.
That doesn't even seem hard to understand. You're right. Those kind of rivalries are what make good stories. People want to watch that. Sometimes you have to turn someone into the bad guy, whether they really are or not. That doesn't matter. Just do it.
Well, just the back and forth. I mean, you don't necessarily have to turn one into a villain or the other. It's just the back and forth of like, just let their games do the talking and just let them play and let the rivalry happen and let them talk. Their rivalry goes back to college, like Final Four stuff. Like they had a rivalry already,
just like Magic and Bird.
Yeah, that actually would work really well.
Yeah,
I'm shocked they're not doing that.
There's so many parallels of what's going on, and one side ran to it, and the other side is running from it, and it's the weirdest thing.
Well, it's kind of like the one we want to be known for good fundamentals thing. It's like that's fine, but no, they don't understand the showmanship part of it.
Yeah,
you're right. That might kill their league eventually.
Yeah,
it will. Not might. It will.
Yeah.
And sooner than they think, because people already really watch it anyway. They're watching for Caitlin Clark. Did you see the Connecticut fans turn on their own team when they when they played the Fever and started rooting for Caitlin Clark?
No.
Yeah. It's David Beckham. Like, people that remember what that was like.
Yeah.
That is what this is. It isn't a situation where women's basketball has arrived or anything like that. It's just a phenomenon, a personality like David Beckham.
Yeah.
And you need to recognize that, figure out how you can monetize it, and don't think that you've made it, that you've turned a corner, and all of a sudden women's basketball in the WNBA is a top 3 or top 4 level sport in the United States. It isn't that. You just need to figure out a way to maximize what is going on. And the first thing is just not running away from what is directly in front of you.
Yeah, exactly. Because, Bird and Magic had their rivalry, and then Jordan comes in and adds that rivalry. And as those two retired off, then Michael had his rivalry with the Knicks, and then with the Pacers, and with Reggie Miller.
My goodness, man, the Eastern Conference was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people don't realize, like, the Cavaliers in the late 80s, early 90s were good with Mark Price, Ron Harper, those, that
Brad
Doherty, like those teams were good, dude. And then they try to put Craig Elo on Michael, and that was a mistake.
Yeah.
They could have knocked him out of that playoff run, but they put Craig Elo on him at the end of the game.
There's like a documentary on Larry Bird, and he was playing against somebody, and the other team put a white guy on him, and Larry Bird got so mad that he just went off for like 55 points. And they said, "Why did you do that?" It's like, you just disrespected me like that.
But he's a white guy.
Yeah.
Larry's not a standard white guy.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, there's times where, like, he would look over at the opposing coach, like, really? That's who you're guarding me with?
My favorite thing is, like, the stories that people say is, like, on the inbounds play, if the Celtics were down by 1 and you knew that Larry Bird was going to get it, and Larry Bird would say, "Okay, I'm going to fake right. I'm going to go left. I'm going to end up catching the ball. I'm going to pump fake. You're going to fall for it. And then I'm going to hit a 24-footer for the win." And then he just does it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly as right.
Yeah. He literally, it's like, that is the worst level of trash talking you could ever have, because it's just straight. It's like, this is going to happen. It's like Bane in The Dark Knight Rises. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
He's going to do it.
You just can't stop it, and he's going to let you know about it.
Yeah. How did he end up in Indiana State?
That's a good question.
Very good question.
Yeah.
I guess we have to watch the documentary to find out.
Yeah,
Cassidy.
maybe we have to watch.
Where you at, Cassidy?
Where's this new documentary? Because I've seen like Bird Magic documentaries before and like the Lakers Celtics documentaries. But
those Lakers Celtics documentaries I don't like because they mix it up with like Mark Wahlberg and Ice Cube, depending on which one they're talking about, the Lakers or the Celtics. And it's like, y'all are getting too much in the weeds right now. I want you to get granular on this.
yes, I mean it was really just about Magic versus Bird, Parrish versus Kareem.
I don't know how we ended up on basketball the first half hour.
I don't either.
Well, the NBA Finals are on. What else are we going to talk about? TV, SEC TV windows. We can knock that out in 3 minutes.
Yeah, which
I don't even
by the
know
way,
where we can go with that.
well, we can go by the fact that it's freaking favoritism, and Ole Miss is a top 5 team in the country and can't get a dang night game.
Yeah, I saw that.
They can't even guarantee that the Ole Miss Georgia game is going to be a night game. But LSU with their mid quarterback and all of their new skill players and the worst defense I've ever seen, they have like 7 night games.
Steve, I can tell you the Georgia game's probably going to be a nooner because
it's at least 2:30.
They're allergic to giving Georgia night games too.
Yeah, 2:30 or a night game is the choice.
Probably that's going to be a 2:30 game.
Yeah, and so that means that Ole Miss is not going to have a Southeastern Conference night game all season at home.
That's wicked.
Yeah.
And it's not like you're playing on CBS, where you look after the fact and you have the Alabama problem to where you just played like 4 games on CBS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeller niche.
Yeah. It's just a situation. The SEC wants Ole Miss and Mississippi State and Arkansas and all of these schools to go SEC when Alabama and LSU and Georgia and those teams are playing for the playoffs and all of the bowl games. They want you to rah-rah and cheerlead for them, but as soon as it's Ole Miss's turn, they're nowhere to be found. You just turn around and look around, and it was like the John Travolta gif, and it's like,
and that's why you don't do that. SEC.
Yeah.
That's why you don't do it.
Yeah.
Because
Steve.
Yeah, you do that for somebody else. You think they're doing that for you? Hail to the no. They're recruiting against you.
And stadium is an ashtray. I've been there. They have a condemned dormitory on one end of their field. It is not nice, Tiger Stadium. Not nice. Most of that was built by like Huey Long. That is not a nice facility.
How do y'all know when games are being played? All the Vols ones I can find are flex.
Flex means it's either at 7 o'clock at night or at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, well, okay, we got a lot
flex
of
it's one of those.
You just have to flex.
Yeah. I think we get a night game against NC State, but other than that, I don't know.
NC State's
pretty
good.
We get a night game against Georgia Southern.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it looks like our Kent one might be at night too. Kent State? Yeah. Whatever. But anyway.
I mean, John, I don't know.
That's all flex.
No, it's
not. How big of a flex that is, John.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that McGee is known for their football stadium, just so you know.
Yeah, no, definitely
not. My stadium was built in like 1910. It's been around about as long as your Huey Long Stadium. So whenever you talk about nicer football stadium, it's a valedictorian of summer school argument.
Steve designed the stadium.
Yeah. And also, by the way, Tiger Stadium and LSU used to be a good atmosphere. That used to be the pride of the conference. Right now, I would put it behind Auburn. I would put it behind Alabama. And Georgia, last year when they rarely get to play night games, the Georgia atmosphere was better.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to see probably one of the best Georgia atmospheres, watch the 2019 Notre Dame game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was insane.
I remember that.
Insane. atmosphere.
But the LSU continues to get night games for whatever reason. And this year they're replacing a Heisman quarterback. They're replacing every wide receiver. They lost their starting running back. Their defense was the worst defense that I've ever seen in my entire life. And yet they get 6 night games in the course of a season just because they're LSU, just because of what's on the side of the helmet. And it's just not right. It's not fair. It isn't.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you're right.
But I would have loved to have seen Georgia play Clemson at night.
Oh, and LSU has not had an atmosphere in their stadium that was close to when Tennessee played Ole Miss in 2022, the golf ball game. That was one of the best atmospheres I've ever seen.
I can't believe Vandy's not getting a night game. Jeez.
Jaden Daniels won the Heisman, John. He did. He won the Heisman, and he's gone. He's not there now.
He's with the Commanders.
Yeah, he's going to lose with the Washington Redskins.
Probably about true, though.
Steve going to get us canceled today. Redskins, Jesus.
I can't figure out how MLB.
We're off tomorrow. We're off next week.
Yeah.
And forever.
Yeah, Commandos, whatever they are. I don't know.
Like I don't understand how Major League Baseball got rid of the Cleveland Indians, but kept the Indianapolis Indians.
Is it the same?
How does that work?
Is it the same organization?
Honestly,
MILB and MLB, is it the same?
They own it. Yeah, they're all together.
Or is it like here's this company?
Well, it doesn't matter. Association with if there's one, there needs to be good for both.
Indianapolis probably told him to, pardon my French here, probably told him to fuck off.
So the Indianapolis Indians is the AAA affiliate of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Okay.
So it's different.
Oh, do we know why the Pittsburgh Pirates became the Pittsburgh Pirates?
They'd steal players.
They'd steal players back before contracts, when it was year to year. They would just see a good player playing for another team and make them come to their team the next year. And they just pirate players off of other teams' roster. And then Pittsburgh's like, oh, you want to call us that? We're going to name the team that. And that is awesome.
Yeah.
That's just owning
it. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know why the Reds are called the Reds? I don't know. I don't know the history.
The Big Red Machine.
John, he's not there. He's not there.
Their product is way different, John.
Right.
It's
way different.
Not there. Yeah, it's a situation. You got it. Enjoy it. It's,
if he was there, I would say, I'll be all for it.
Enjoy the night games. Enjoy all the benefits of what's going on. I'm just saying you don't deserve it. But that's okay. You got it anyway.
Poor Ole Miss. Got to play in the afternoon.
Got to play at 11 in the morning. It's going to be English Premier League in the morning and Ole Miss football. That is this season.
Well, Steve, you get your post-game show wrapped up, and you got
I'll be completely done by 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Earlier than that, probably.
Yeah. Most every. Well, he could.
Man, I love Nuss, but dude,
he's not going to be. He's not Jaden Daniels.
Daniels was your leading rusher, and he threw for 400,000 yards, and he was basically your whole offense.
Nuss, dude. I love Nuss though. Nuss can sling it.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback. He's going to be fine. I just don't think he's Superman. He's not Randall Cunningham.
No.
He's not Jaden Daniels, which is Jaden Daniels is going to be the best rookie quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, not for the Commanders.
I don't know.
By the way, FedEx Field is now called Commanders Field. By the way.
Oh, interesting.
Do you think Drake May is going to dominate for the Patriots? Have you seen their receivers? Their number one receiver is Demario Douglas. Do you know
I do not think any quarterback is going to come in as a rookie and dominate.
I said of the rookies, like of the rookies.
But I don't know if any of them are going to stand out.
I think
I
think
think that it might be
going to have a good year. Yeah.
No, I don't think that at all.
Everybody thought going into the season that Bryce Young was going to be a really great NFL quarterback.
Did you see?
And now all of a sudden,
Washington has some players. Carolina has nothing.
Carolina has no offensive
Washington
line whatsoever.
picked third. Yeah, Washington picked third.
They're better than Carolina.
Yeah, well, that's valedictorian in summer school argument. But,
but realistically, they are.
Yeah,
you were making the argument of like they said Bryce Young. Well, they gave Bryce Young no offensive line, no weapons, no nothing. Jaden Daniels at least has a couple of receivers he can throw to, a decent enough offensive line to where he can run and do some things.
Yeah, I just think that year one, if you get rushed in, if you get thrown in, you almost have to Steve McNair a quarterback these days, although you can't do it because of the culture and everything that's surrounding the NFL. But these college quarterbacks are not going to the NFL ready at the moment. They're not. And you have like Matt Corral playing for the Birmingham Stallions, and you have Kenny Pickett who's washed out. And who was the other quarterback? Justin Fields.
Justin Fields got traded for a 6th-round pick to,
and it's
he's going to win that. He's going to beat out Russell Wilson, though. I think
you take the quarterback over and over and over again, and they're not ready to go, and you're just not as patient. I'm not saying that you have to have the Troy Aikmans and the Dan Marinos and those guys playing the quarterback position. But I do think you need to look at every one of these quarterbacks coming out of college at the same way that you looked at Steve McNair. I think they need to sit back and actually learn how to play the position.
How long did
Lamar? Which used to be the way it was. Yeah.
Did Lamar stay a year?
I mean,
I think he sat a year, and then they just decided to completely revamp their offense.
Didn't Aaron Rodgers sit behind Brett Favre like 7 years?
Yeah, like 3 years.
Yeah. It was a while.
Yeah.
And
that turned out really well for him.
And Alex Smith went the same year and got thrown in immediately. You saw who turned out better. I'm just saying.
Right, that's true.
Here we go. It's Bo Nix time in Denver.
Oh Lord,
your boy Sean Payton.
I think Bo Nix has a chance to be a really good quarterback. I don't think he's going to have the time to develop. And I don't think the fans they have to have a take immediately and they have to defend it to the death. Once that happens.
Yeah. There used to be a time when there were certain quarterbacks that you wanted to throw in right away and get going. And most of them, though, you didn't. Like, if you drafted Peyton Manning or Andrew Luck, you were throwing them in right away. I guess. But no.
You get 1 hour.
But most quarterbacks,
you're done.
You don't want to do that to a rookie. I never trust rookies in any of my fantasy stuff. I don't know why they would do it in real life. It just doesn't make sense. But it's the same thing in high school. You don't draft people or recruit people out of high school.
Well, if you have a coaching staff that understands a rookie's limitations and leans into it and develops something for them, yes, they have a shot. And those are the ones that are usually successful. The ones where they're like, you're going to run my system come hell or high water, those are the ones that don't work.
Yeah, that never made sense to me.
Jeb, you made a great point. You don't draft or you don't recruit a quarterback and put him right straight out of high school and into football, into a college game. I mean, look what Alabama did to Tua. Tua is probably once in a generational top talent, but he set the entire year up until the last half of the championship game.
Oh yeah, I'm worried about Nico this year because he's a redshirt freshman.
Right.
I would never put him in as a freshman.
I don't know who it was. It was either Matt. I think Matt Luke was the coach for Ole Miss that year, and Jalen Hurts was quarterback in Alabama, and it was like 28-3 or something at halftime, and they scored a touchdown in the third quarter, and it was 35-3, and they put in this young true freshman named Tua Tagovailoa, and it was like, oh, thank goodness they got Jalen Hurts out of the game. And I'll be damned, it's like, oh my God, they just put in Frankenstein's monster. There's nothing we can do about this guy. And you look up and it's like 61-3. Great.
He's even better than the guy before him.
And like you said, some of that it's strategic. It just depends on how your team works. Like I said, with Peyton, they threw him in as a freshman, or not freshman, I'm sorry, as a rookie in the NFL. And he took his lumps, but you knew he was going to, and that's fine. But you knew he would develop and be able to work through it because of who they had working with him. But most of them, no, it just seems like a bad idea. But now it's just the norm. Now, if you dress somebody that high, you have to put them in, whether you want to or not.
Yep.
John, that's kind of a lame excuse. Not gonna lie.
I know. I'm not gonna stop being a fanatic. I love it.
It's
armchair quarterback.
I'm gonna be honest. I get what John's saying, because I do not engage with people online about the NFL anymore.
You don't have to engage. Just be a fan. You don't have to engage.
Yeah.
No. That's the reason he quit being fanatical and all that and engaging. He was talking about he doesn't engage with people about the NFL because the average fan. That's what he was talking about there.
Okay, John, I rescind my comment. Yes. Okay. Never mind.
No, I get it, but
yeah. And fanatical.
That's fun. I like being the crazy.
Don't engage.
Damn, John.
Man, John is on it today, man.
Mm-hmm.
John, summertime.
Wait,
John, it's summertime. I'm allowed to turn my brain off. Okay, I don't have to turn my brain back on.
You have a brain?
Not right now. It's in the fridge.
Well, the pickle should be.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I took the pickles out to put my brain in the fridge.
You never put the pickles in the fridge.
Well, I had a spot saved for them, and then I just never.
I'm coming back with some pickles whenever I come back home after I go back on vacation in July. I'm coming back with pickles. I've already decided I'm coming back with some pickles.
And we're grilling out a couple times this weekend. Now I really wish we had some of those pickles. I wish I had thought of that and ordered those early. Oh well, that's all right. That's all right.
Those pickles are really good.
Yeah,
you might be able to get them UPS next day in.
Well, it's possible.
Yeah,
if I pay a lot to get them overnight.
Right, get them overnight about $40.
Oh my! You know what? I'm on check out the pickle store tonight because we have some cousins coming down here.
Yeah.
That are young kids that have probably never had spicy pickles before.
Yeah, they'll love that.
I bet that'd be fun. I know. I was thinking about that too when y'all started talking about the pickles.
Dude,
I wish I thought of that earlier. Maybe if I'd been on the show for the last couple of weeks, I'd have known and done that earlier. Oh well.
Yeah, you would have. Yeah, their minds are gonna be like, it's a pickle, but it's spicy.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh well. We'll get some for next time.
Yeah, so it's lightning. And by the way, and
yeah.
I saw an iguana in the wild today.
Oh wow!
Have you actually seen one? Okay,
Mole. It's all mole.
Well, yeah,
that was cool.
Wait,
How often do you see an iguana though?
That's the first one.
Right.
I was gonna say they're supposed to be around here. They always tell us, and when it gets cold, to watch out for falling iguanas. But
when it drops down for 40 degrees, they tell you to watch out for falling iguanas.
Yeah.
Only in Florida.
Now, I have had crickets getting on my, or grasshoppers, I guess, getting on my lanai that are as big as my hand.
Oh,
yeah, massive grasshoppers.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
I didn't know they got that big. So.
Yeah, you just sitting here looking. It's like, that looks like.
John is on a roll tonight. Oh my gosh!
John came out guns a-blazing.
Yeah, John.
The Ukrainian cam girls, okay, I have some pride.
Ukrainian cam girls. Oh my gosh!
Sorry.
Okay, Leah Thomas, Redskins, and Ukrainian cam girls.
Cleveland Indians. Don't forget about Cleveland Indians.
Cleveland Indians. We are screwed.
We're nailing it tonight.
Yeah, we are. Oh my gosh.
We're absolutely crushing it.
Shoot.
I got to admit, though, our show looks really good.
It does.
As far as the look of it, yeah, it looks really good.
It does.
And if you look at Ole Miss After Dark, it looks really good. Now, I'll have to teach Derek how to produce it a little bit, but it's starting there, everything. Once we get a Tennessee After Dark and Georgia After Dark. No, not Jeb. Jeb doesn't have to do that. Jeb's too busy not doing critters.
Well, I mean, he's wearing a Tennessee shirt. We might as well.
Well, I don't know anything about what they're doing up there. You don't tell me anything.
You don't have to. Just read. Do you think I know what's going? I live 400 yards from not really, but I live right down the road from Vanderbilt. You think I know what the hell they're going? I don't. Nobody tells me anything. I I used to think
everybody knows that Corey has a camera inside the McGugin Center.
I'm sorry. No, you know what? This is all green screened. I'm actually in the McGugin Center right
There you go. It's green screen. There you go.
now. Yeah, it's all green screen. So.
Oh, the McGugin Center.
Speaking of which, that stadium's coming along quite nice.
Really?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. It's got to be much different from this last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crane scoreboard was outstanding. I think they're still going to dress in the tents, like the party tents. You know, like the wedding tents that you have when it's too cold outside.
That should just be part of their shtick from now on. They should
It ought
just
to
do
be.
that.
Whenever Vanderbilt runs out, it should just be over the loudspeaker. Opa!
Yeah.
Oh, love it.
Oh my gosh.
It just drops a Mazel Tov.
Hoga.
Or they just play that horn.
Mm-hmm.
Or they come out to
I love
My
Vanderbilt.
Lord.
So
John.
John's just completely there, huh?
John's
All right.
got his John's our off the rails producer. Let's just
Yeah, apparently.
He got in grandma's old cooking sherry. It sounds like.
That's a southern rail
Yeah.
right there. That's this is Mississippi right there.
Yeah, but there's been some of these comments we've had to skip over. That's all right.
Yeah, there's a few that. Yeah, some that don't need to be shown. I think that was one of them. But you know.
The fact that I'm not going to be here next week kind of blows my mind.
I know.
Is this the first show you missed?
It might be.
It will be, yeah.
Yeah.
Do y'all know how to use Canva and all that? I'm assuming.
I was going to say, certainly the first one that other people are still doing.
What's Canva?
You know what Canva is. I know you do. But it's going to be you, Jake, and Stacey. And Stacey can't be required to do it.
That's exactly what Stacey's going to be required to do.
Shoot.
Only reason to bring them on.
Yeah. But on Canva, you can change the SEC football TV windows, playing favorites, all of that good stuff.
Yep.
And
You
also
got that,
have
Corey?
also have the regular thumbnail
Yep.
available.
Yep.
So
No.
We just got to figure out what the hell we're going to talk about.
Oh, that'd be off the rails. We'll figure something
It
out.
just says off the rails, off the rails, off the rails. That's all.
Yeah. No, I'm sure there'll be something to talk about.
We say off the rails in 3 different languages. How about that?
no, that's not true. They're from Alabama.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Well done.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're from Georgia, so I mean, I'd give you 2, but I wouldn't give you 3.
I'm from Atlanta. That's a different country. That's a different state.
It is. That's the reason I said I'd give you 2.
There you go. Just had to make sure.
Yeah, he's from Georgia, which means you don't speak Spanish, you speak Mexican.
Yeah.
That's South Georgia. That's below the gnat line, dude.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. I'm from the East Coast, Hollywood. That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're from Fayetteville.
East Coast, Hollywood. That's where all the studios are. Fayetteville, Georgia.
You know, next week's show needs to be titled, Todd Talk Live takes over SEC After Dark, because that's what it's pretty much going to be.
It's the takeover. It's like SEC Network, where it's like Alabama takeover.
Yeah.
He's like, get Israel on the show next week.
Yeah, I guess he's got
That's a
good.
good.
Hey, I will.
Yeah,
Work,
ask him. That'd be great.
I will work on that. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, it's
If
9
he's
o'clock
able.
tonight,
Yeah, he's probably definitely available.
And y'all can just sit there and argue back and forth about Georgia and Alabama.
And how bad Ole Miss is.
And according to John, how rinky-dink our stadium is.
Yeah. ESPN's like, we can't put that stadium on at night.
Yeah, that would be true if it was, but it
Yeah.
wasn't. It's not.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Yeah, they put a game day on at night from that stadium recently.
Yeah, I like Ole Miss Stadium. I like the
Yeah.
Grove, the setup, everything.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Grove's nice.
Yeah, and everybody that's watching this, my name is somewhere on that campus.
That's true.
Yep.
I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I seen it.
I've seen it.
Is it on
And
a
that-
brick?
Eat it.
Yes, it is on bricks. No, it's not on a brick.
It's on multiple bricks.
It is literally on a monument.
I was gonna say, I think it's on like a
Is it a Coach O monument?
big.
No, he does not have monument. It's like a column.
Yeah,
That's
a
like-
column. That's what I'm trying to think of. Yeah,
that-
it's like on a column.
that they put names on all the sides.
I was going to say, you got your own statue?
Pretty close. Pretty close. One of my goals was I wanted to have my name on something on Ole Miss's campus, and I did that. That's done. So now I just don't need to do that. So
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's still there or if they tore down the building, but like I etched my name in the wall at WUOG radio studio at UGA. There's like somewhere where everybody was like etching their names in a wall, a specific wall. It's like a wood panel wall.
Oh, nice.
Like all the DJs have passed.
I want Alabama next year to go 9-3.
I was gonna say, I was looking at that thinking, well, nobody said awful. I mean, 9-3, but Alabama fans probably think that's awful.
Yeah,
Not all Alabama fans.
Yeah, I want to see the reaction of them 9-3 going to the Citrus Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, it very well could happen.
Yeah,
Kalen
I don't-
DeBoer will get run out of town. He's a good coach.
yeah. That
First
is literally how he gets Bill Curried, and they throw a brick through his window.
I mean, my gosh.
I'm not getting my hopes up. Y'all still go like 11-1. Just to piss me
I said about 10-2. I think 10-2 is reasonable.
But 9-3 would be a disaster to a lot of Alabama fans.
It would be. I mean,
And it's nice that y'all hit that point where you can have that kind of expectation, I guess.
But like I have said multiple times, I probably said it here, and I've said it multiple times on our show. There's fan bases out there who would love to have a 9-3 season, but if we have a 9-3 season, it's just the end of the damn world.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And the 9-3 season, I think Alabama. I wouldn't love it if they would beat Georgia, they would beat Oklahoma, and they would lose to Missouri and Tennessee. If that happened right there, you would see people just walking around like, "What happened?"
Can you
we
imagine
like zombies.
if their three losses were those two plus Auburn?
Oh my God! If that happens, it's Armageddon.
Yeah.
If that happens, it's like, "Oh, brother, where art thou?" Whenever they carried the guy out on the rail, that they would do that to Kalen DeBoer
That's true.
in 9-3. And you know what? It would be justified if 4th and 31 Freeze came back and got a win in Bryant-Denny Stadium.
I don't think it'll happen next year. Maybe another.
Next year's the year to get them, though, I guess, if you're going to win. Because once you get a year of DeBoer getting comfortable, Alabama's going to be just fine.
This is what you have, and Jake's talked about this. DeBoer is going to get comfortable, but the talent level is going to go down every year. And just because Nick Saban was a machine. Now, they're still going to recruit at a fairly high level, but I don't think that the machine that was Nick Saban, Alabama, is going to keep going.
I mean, they're no Vandy, so, I mean,
Me and Stacey have said if Kalen DeBoer is there for 17 years like Saban was, and we get 2 national championships out of it, I'm perfectly happy with that.
you'd be the only one probably because
we're realistic fans too.
Yeah, back to just regular old, really good at football, but not dominant. Good luck. But still really, really good.
Still dominating Tennessee.
Yeah, shut up.
Ray Perkins and Bill Curry and Gene Stallings and Mike Dubose and all of those, each one of them has a 10-win season.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bows played for a SEC championship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't the Bows win a natty?
No,
not at Alabama, no.
Who is it? The one in
of Stallings.
Stallings won, yeah. Franchione had a 10-win season in his first year, and then went to A&M. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's DeBoer is going to have a 10-win season because every coach that goes to Alabama has a 10-win season.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it's going to be this year or next year, but he's going to have it.
It better be this year for his sake. But anyway, all right, Cassidy hit me with the 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 minutes ago.
Yeah. I haven't spoken for 2 minutes, so there you go.
That's true.
You guys are messing my 2 minutes up there. Okay.
That's a record. Right. We ain't spoken.
You say I talk a lot?
A lot. There's a bunch of gibberish.
It's gonna be the Burton monologue next week, so you better get ready to buckle up.
Yeah, I'll mute you.
What is this, PTI? No, what is this?
Around the horn, yeah.
Mute.
Yeah. Stephen just mute us like halfway. We're making the comment, be something stupid, and just mute us. Like, what the crap?
I would just be like this the whole time.
Right.
Anyway, so we hope you enjoyed what you saw tonight. Our new look is absolutely amazing. Thank you, Steve, for that. Next week, quick programming note. It's going to be off the rails almost immediately. It's going to be me, Jake, and Stacey Blackwood. These two yahoos over here these two are going to be gone. They're celebrating Steve's 148th.
There are no forks at medieval times because there were no forks in medieval times. Would you like another Pepsi?
We just get Jeb back for like 2 weeks and he goes on vacation again.
Man, it's the family. I can't help it.
It's holiday. He's going on holiday. But anyway,
everybody wants time with Jeb.
Yeah, he's not going to Olin Mills.
Yeah.
So if you want a free preview of Tide Talk Live, tune in next week because it's going to be Jake and Stacey. And you're going to get that all that you want. They do a great job covering Bama. If you want to listen to a Bama show, if you want to be educated on everything Alabama, make sure you check out Jake and Stacey. Jeb, eventually he's going to educate us on some movies, but not right now, especially ones from the 80s that you may not know about. But anyway, check him out.
I'm waiting on that, Jeb.
At UTK Joe. At the Stephen Willis right over there. He is everywhere, and he is Locked On Ole Miss, the best Ole Miss show in the stratosphere, in all the land.
Check yourself.
Don't rush it. He'll be there soon.
Yeah, I'll be there quick enough.
Yeah. So check out Steve. He's got like 17,000 viewers now, I think. So he's cooking. He's cooking over there in Ole Miss land. And you can catch me. I'm everywhere, just not with one team. I'm like Georgia, Vandy. Yep. Nothing in the middle.
All right. Georgia, Vandy.
Yeah. The top and the bottom.
The Vandy State Aggie Doors.
That's right. The Vandy State Aggie Doors. Yes. So catch me Locked On Vandy, Bleav in Georgia Dawgs. And that rounds out our show. So we hope you enjoyed it. Catch us next week. We'll be off 4th of July. I'll be taking a sabbatical before we crank it up for real when it comes to football season. And we'll catch you then next week with me, Jake, and Stacey next week. We look forward to it. But until then, arrivederci. Behave yourselves. Go Dogs. Anchor down.
Hotty toddy.
Go Vols.
Roll Tide.
Go Doors. Wait, no. Go Cox? No. Wait.